Good evening and welcome to Swish 2014 Live, a Stony Brook news special, and our very first pregame live show. I'm Agatha McCallick.
And I'm Jacqueline Latanza. We're coming at you right from Fan Fest in Pritchard Gymnasium, where students are coming here before the men's basketball game to get their red on. The men's basketball team will be facing the Columbia Lions, christening the new Island Federal Credit Union Arena for the first game of the season.
During our show, we will be previewing both the men's and the women's basketball team, as well as speaking to the new athletic director and the new women's head coach. And we will also be getting an exclusive tour of that new arena with Basil John.
Yep, speaking of which, let's throw it to Basil to see what he can tell us about the arena. Basil?
Thanks, Jacqueline. Well, the 400 students over at FanFest will be joined by thousands later tonight here in the arena. Now, the arena is supposed to accommodate over 4,000 students, and athletics is expecting a full house tonight. Now, I should also mention that there are 4 luxury boxes, a VIP section, and courtside seating. Now, Stony Brook and the Hauppauge-based bank made a 10-year, $7 million campus-wide corporate partnership agreement. And earlier, I was given an exclusive tour of the arena, and I'll be showing that to you guys in a little bit. But for now, let's take it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Basil. The Island Federal Credit Union Arena has approximately 2,000 more seats than that old Pritchard Gymnasium, and it took about $21.1 million to renovate since 2012.
That's right. And now let's take a look to our starting lineup and playmakers for tonight. For the men's team, the probable starting lineup for tonight is Purifoy, Mitchell, Niama, McGrew, and Warney. Jameel Warney, the 6'8" junior forward from Plainfield, New Jersey, wearing number 20. He was the 2014 America East Player of the Year and appeared in all 34 games last season. He led the team in scoring with 14.5 points per game and was named to the America East Championship All-Tournament team last season. Carson Purifoy, the 6' junior guard from Winona, New Jersey, wearing number 10. He was the second on the team in scoring 12.9 points per game. He led the team in assists, steals, and free throws made and was named to the America East Championship All-Tournament team last season. Now, after spending millions on the new arena, the pressure is on to fill 4,000 seats each game. Our reporter, Brendan Jones, caught up with the men's team to talk about what they're looking forward to this season and how the life of student athletes on and off the court is.
That was what is known in the sports world as a dagger. That shot was the one that killed the Seawolves' run at their first ever NCAA tournament bid last season. But as I said, that was last season.
We're young this year. We have 6 newcomers. So it's going to be all hands on deck kind of a year. So everyone's going to get their shot at the thing. And so guys have to be ready when their number's called.
Last year's past. Now we're on to this season. And, you know, every year we're competing for league championships. That's what we do here. That's what Coach says.
A new team, a new attitude, a new swagger. And most importantly, a new arena. A $21.1 million renovation has fans excited, and they want to see a successful basketball program. The expectations are high, and with that comes the pressure. But it's not just on the players.
I feel tremendous pressure to fill the arena. Certainly we do have a beautiful new Island Federal Credit Union Arena that we don't want to look empty. It's one thing if you have 1,000 people in Pritchard. 1,000 people in the new arena will look sparse.
In fact, this is the atmosphere these Seawolves say they have been waiting for.
I wanted to play in a big arena all my life, and you know that's what I look forward to. I wanted to play at a D1 school and in front of thousands of people, and you know now we get to do that. And I think I can speak for the team as well that you know we're all excited. I don't think there's pressure at all. It's just you know an excitement factor.
But now remember, they are student athletes.
Coach is going to ask about it at the tail end. You know, it's how are they doing in class? Every time I see him, how are they doing in class? How are they doing in class? So he's really pushing academics for them. But at the same time, I think they also realize if you don't do well in academics, you're not going to play.
If they don't go to class, they don't practice. If they don't go to class, they don't play. If they don't practice, they don't play.
The season is here, and there is only one thing left for Coach Peichel to do.
I'll be tweeting my wife. You guys can wait for this tweet in a couple days, and we start on Friday. I usually say, enjoy the winter. I'll see you, come March or April or May.
The pressure to fill this brand new arena may not be the only thing weighing the Seawolves down this season. The pressure to make the NCAA tournament, something called the Big Dance, now that definitely adds a few pounds. For Swish 2014 Live, I'm Brendan Jones.
Now we're joined here live with Shawn Hilburn, the new athletic director. Hey Shawn, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are y'all doing?
Great, thank you. So with this new arena, we have a new athletic director, we have a new women's head coach. There seems to be a pattern of new. How do you think that will affect the teams this year?
Well, I hope that our student athletes look to this year, as they do each year, a new opportunity. And whether it's new people coming in to support them every day, every year is another chance for them to take a step forward. And we certainly think that our men's and women's basketball teams view this year as just that, an opportunity to really take advantage of what they have. And certainly the new arena gives them such a nice new home in which to do that.
Speaking of the arena, it was just recently named the Island Federal Credit Union Arena. Can you tell us about how the partnership with Island Federal Credit Union will affect both athletics and the university as a whole?
It really is a one-of-a-kind partnership, and it's so exciting because it impacts so many different areas of campus. Between the Children's Hospital, Stoller Center, the Veterans Home, the Alumni Association, just to name a few, and certainly athletics. This is a transformational partnership that not only will generate revenue for the university, but it's going to be the type of partnership that we'll look to do more of and involve campus partners. So we really see this as something that allows us to take steps forward and will allow other entities to come in and do the same.
Great. So both teams made it to the America East Championship last season. Both the men's and the women's teams had such great success. Where do you think that will put Stony Brook on the map?
Well, for us, this is all about just giving everything that our student athletes have each game. And I know that our coaches will put our student athletes in the best position to have success, and we want to allow both teams to achieve their dreams. And this really involves the administration working hand in hand with the coaches to make sure that our teams have what they need from a resource and support standpoint to take that next step. And both of our teams are well prepared, they're well coached, and I'm just excited to watch the journey this year.
Yeah, so are we.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy your first Seawolves basketball game tonight in the arena.
Thanks very much. Can't wait, and looking forward to a great weekend.
Thank you so much, Shawn.
Now let's go back to reporter Basil John to look at that exclusive tour of the arena. Basil.
That's right, guys. So earlier, Chris Murray, Director of Marketing for Athletics, gave me an exclusive tour of the arena and showed me everything it has to offer. So let's take a look.
Hey guys, Basil John here with Chris Murray, Director of Athletics for Marketing. It's great to have you here today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Awesome. So we were actually talking a little bit earlier, and you've been at Stony Brook since 2006. You were a student, then intern, now you work for Athletics. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Absolutely. It's been a long ride. As a student, I was an intern for Athletics, and that's when we were playing in the old wooden arena back here with pull-out bleachers and no scoreboards, no cameras. It's amazing how far it's come. So it took a long time, but we're finally here, finally ready to open tonight, so we're excited about it.
So actually, we're here today because you're going to be giving us a tour of the arena. So you're going to be giving us an inside look, am I right?
Absolutely. I'll show you guys all the bells and whistles, some of the new features what fans can look forward to. So let's get going.
All right, well, I'm excited. Let's go on the tour.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're here right now in the production room. So Chris, can you kind of give me like a quick run through of all of this equipment?
Yeah, I'll try to do my best at that. So here we have our show control computer. This computer controls our video boards, scoreboards, and the ribbon boards on the scoreboards as well. Coming down the line a little bit, we have our switcher where our director sits. They control what camera feeds go out. We have 8 cameras hooked up inside, 1 remote cam, and 1 hung behind each backboard as well that captures alley-oops and slam dunks. Next to that's our replay system. So at all times, we're recording all 8 of those cameras, and our replay tech can choose what replay goes out to the video boards. We can also export replays right out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So we have highlight packages already done by halftime in the first half for our fans to check out at home.
So we're actually here now in the student seating section, and Chris, you're actually telling me about some of the different seating around here. So can you actually tell me like the different spots and all of that?
Sure. So we're sitting here in our red zone student section. One of the things that used to get the most in Pritchard was, Chris would want to come to a game, but the student section's always packed. Pritchard was great, but it was kind of tiny. It only sat about 350 students. This is twice as big now. So we're really excited for that, and most excited that students are still free. A lot of schools now are charging students, but for us to show your student ID, walk right in and enjoy the game. So I'm really happy to say we have a much expanded student section. So looking forward to having you guys come out, wave your hands, go crazy, and have a good time.
And that was just an inside look at all the renovations that the arena has gone under. Now, Chris Murray has said that athletics is hoping that every game will have a full house. So, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Basil. Well, the new home for Seawolves Basketball looks a lot different than Pritchard Gym, and so does the coaching staff for the women's basketball team. But there are some familiar faces that are making moves on the court.
Let's see which girls will be on court tomorrow night. Here is the probable starting lineup with Scognamilio, Jenkins, Uganorin, Proctor, and Snow. Sabri Proctor, number 13. She's a 6-foot senior forward from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. She's one of America East's top players, and she's third in the America East Conference with 14.4 points per game. Jessica Uganorin, number 3. She's a 6'1" senior guard from Athens, Greece. Welcome. She was second on the team and 5th in the league in rebounding at 7.2 rebounds per game. Reporter Kristen Baer took a look at the new women's season and the new women's coach, Caroline McCombs. Let's see what she has to say.
Along with getting a new arena, Stony Brook women's basketball also has a new coach this year. Caroline McCombs brings an impressive resume with her, 15 years as an assistant coach at schools like Auburn and Northwestern. But Stony Brook presents a new challenge.
But now I'm the one, making those decisions. I'm the one finding the players that best fit what I want to do. It's just an exciting time in my life personally to have this opportunity and to build these things. It's just something that I've always dreamed of doing. So for me, this is a dream job.
This team is accustomed to change. McCombs is the 5th women's basketball coach here in just 10 years. She succeeds Beth O'Boyle, who resigned last April to coach at Virginia Commonwealth University. But when it comes to what makes a successful team, building a bond is just as important as hitting baskets.
Defensively, it's a lot of hard work and effort, and we'll grind those things out. At the end of the day, you got to get rebounds and loose balls, all those hustle plays. But I think it's still the chemistry and blending the team together on and off the court.
O'Boyle led the Seawolves to their first America East Conference Championship final since 2002 and a winning program record of 24 games. McCombs hopes to keep that momentum going into the new season.
Looking at where the program had been, we were a program on the rise, and I think that coming in here gave me an opportunity to work with some players that have a good ground base level of a mentality that they've won some games. And so it's just coming in here and putting my stamp on things and putting in my system and my style of play and getting them to believe in that. And as we progress over the years, I'll be able to recruit and kind of build things, more of my own. But I want to win, and I want to win with my players that I have now.
The women's first game of the season is tomorrow, 7 p.m. against St. Peter's. For Swish 2014 Live, I'm Kristen Baer.
And now Coach McCombs is here live to talk to us about her transition at Stony Brook and some of her players. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, you are the 5th coach in 10 years for women's basketball at Stony Brook. What do you bring to the table that might be different from past coaches?
Wow. I think that there's just a lot of energy and excitement coming into this season and from where these girls started a few years ago and what they've been able to accomplish. So I think that we have that winning mentality, so it's just looking to build the culture my way and keep moving forward.
So there's some outstanding players on the team already. Sabri, Jessica, just to name a few. who else are you looking forward to scoring those big points this year during the season?
Yeah, I think Brittany Snow has been a constant in our program, and maybe she doesn't always, get a lot of the accolades, but she's somebody who comes in and is just very consistent every day with what she can bring. And then our guard play, I think we'll have some surprises this year, so I'm anxious to see who steps up.
I'm sure they'll appreciate the shout out.
Definitely.
And speaking of some of the leading players on the team, can you tell us some about what is the chemistry like between the players and their relationship with you?
That's just a process that we're building on every day. So we do that not just on the court, but I have them, come out to my office, we watch film, we talk about a lot of the other things that's going on in their lives. And so it's just important that, we have that on the court, off the court relationship so that when we're on the court, and we're going to war together, they know what they're going to get from me.
Thank you so much for joining us, Coach McCombs.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Good luck tomorrow night.
Appreciate it.
And now let's take a look over back at Basil John as we're getting closer to game time. Let's see what's up over there. Basil?
What's up, Agatha? Well, the doors are open, the crowds are coming in, and the basketball team's warming up and getting ready. So I'm going to go and try and catch a seat as close to the action as possible. So for Swish 2014, I'm Basil John. I'll throw it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Basil, and thanks for watching. And don't forget that the men's basketball team takes on the Columbia Lions in the new arena tonight at 7 p.m.
And tomorrow night, the women's team will be facing off St. Peter's, also at 7 p.m. I was a basketball star back in the day. I was starting center for the Jammers PS 194.
I was also a starter for the Comstock Warriors in high school.
Look at that, ball is life. For Swish 2014 Live, I'm Agatha McCallick.
And I'm Jacqueline Latanza. Have a good night.